Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Harachak Wadash, the bonus of the apostles and elders at Green Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings been to you. Hopefully you liked out there pushing out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. Shalom. Alright, this article reads, McDonald's hikes prices to offset wage increases and supply costs. All according to prophecy, actually, in other words. And given the fact that it's McDonald's, which McDonald's is the number one fast food people order from, not only in America, but to the four corners of the earth, because Esau being in control of this whole earth, being blessed with the fatness of this earth, he took over many nations, man. He owns the whole earth as of right now. By stealing it. If economic hitman doesn't succeed, he sends an actual hitman to take out their leaders, and then he takes their stead, and he implements these various things. That's why you got these embassies out there in America as of right now, and shit. And you also got McDonald's. Hey, so not only in America where you got the average person being obese, now you also got it in these other countries as well. So McDonald's is hiking their prices to offset wage, which offset meaning counterbalance, which ultimately it doesn't really matter because this country is going downhill either way. The economy is going downhill either way. Alright, the dollar is going downhill either way. They're trying to offset wage increases, but it ain't gonna happen. Alright, and especially first and foremost to the supply cost, given the fact that the labor shortage and the crisis we're in the supply chain, right? Because of the ships the ships over stuck at the port, and you actually had a cargo ship, go all the way to Miami to the canal, and load off at the dock over there, and these wars, man, they're being occupied, but due to the labor shortage, you barely got any workers right there, to pull in the crates, and barely any drivers. We're short 80,000 truck drivers in America, so we can't bring the they can't bring the cargo by way of the truck and bring it across the country to these various cities. It ain't gonna happen. It's all leading up to that point where people are gonna start killing each other for food. So given the fact that it says McDonald's is hiking the prices of its menu items in an effort to offset wages and increase supply costs as the United States grapples with the labor shortage and supply chain crisis, the Wall Street Journal reported. And not only that, but you also got the dollar menu. It's going up. And if you got the dollar menu, we're in a serious crisis. I mean, look at the Dollar Tree right now. Right, you go over there, they up their prices up to like a couple cents now. And they've been doing that to the gas. But now you don't even got gas over in the UK. So getting to the main point. The news of McDonald's increased menu prices comes as the U.S. battles a supply chain crisis and labor shortage that is disrupting a variety of industries, given the rollout and effectiveness of the COVID-19. Jabbies married with federal aid. During the pandemic, demand is outstripping supply. Some port closures, a lack of workers, and places like trucking and other supply chain issues have contributed to a rise in prices for goods. Leading up to that hyperinflation, and most importantly, which causes the hyperinflation, famine. We're headed for a famine, a big time famine across the country, and not only that, but also in these other countries which you already you done had. Alright, and it's brewing up in America, and it's only gonna get worse. So this is the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter, verse 6. Hey, because last year, they told you everything was gonna be fine. Although they kept on Esau done had the farmers, dump all the food, all that milk and all that stuff, as waste. Hey, people were still living luxuriously with that food. And the prices were cheap. Alright, people out there going to the dollar menu. Hey, now it's upsetting you because of what it says here. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see that. And I heard the oil and the wine, which people, Esau's been telling you that everything was gonna go back to normal, so you people harken onto that. And not only that, but when prices were okay, at an okay point, you were buying stacks and stacks of it. My brothers done been telling you about how they bought stacks of beans, canned beans, because the prices were short. But they come back and the prices are higher than they were the last time. You see that now, and you see that by way of McDonald's. Hey man, everybody loves McDonald's. If you Jake, man, you eat a burger while teaching about the Most High. That's what these IUSC guys do. I mean, I don't mean to be a false witness, but hey man, I'm just making a point, because these vain Israelites will do anything just to keep their pleasure. Which if you are an actual part of this truth, then you don't live in pleasure. It's all about that discomfort. So 2 Ezra 16 chapter verse 21. Behold victuals, which victuals goes back to the word food or provisions. In this case, fast food. And not only that, but food in general. Alright, it's all going away. It's all going away. And it's only gonna lead up to people, devouring their pets. People literally eating each other alive as well. Alright, women are a weaker vessel. They're gonna be literally eaten alive. But she'll be trying down as a mire of the streets, Hey, because if men shall be afraid, how much more a woman? Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And you don't have evils brewing up. Alright, they were growing. Alright, those tensions back then. It's only getting worse. It's only getting worse. There ain't no stopping until Yahweh comes back to subdue these kingdoms and deliver his elect and set up his kingdom, a kingdom of righteousness. Hey, because these heathen empires, man, they all collapse, and the rules are contradictory, and they're unjust and unrighteous, and they're vain, man. I look at Esau's laws, man. Hey, they contradict themselves. You have one law that surpasses the other the next day, and that's the other way around the next time. Esau's bugged out to the bone. Hey, that's because the heathen don't got the laws. We were given the laws, and we're supposed to be a holy people unto the Lord, a peculiar nation above all people. And that's because we're set up to be the kings. We're supposed to rule over this earth, which is what we got next. That's why we gotta suffer this moment to be set up for kings. Being groomed for dominance, which says a lot. Just that word dominance. So upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And these people are running rampant. They don't know what's gonna happen. They don't know what the hell is happening here. I was talking to Jake last time, and he had one of the most simple questions ever. What happens when you go to the spirit world? Hey, bro, if their questions are on that type of basic level, just imagine what they're gonna be thinking very soon. But we've been telling you, we've been out there doing it. We've been out there doing camp, on the highways and hedges, every Saturday and Sunday. And you guys didn't hearken. You guys looked at it as like a crackhead, right? Because we're so filled up with this knowledge. You guys like to consider us as fools, or like that one messed up guy in the background, or who's the messed up one in the background? You guys are vain. You guys are the spirit. You guys are the spirit of Belial. You guys are worthless unto the Lord. It's really the other way around. You guys are messed up, and in our background. Like wrestling back, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish a famine. Hey man, you guys are gonna perish a famine. And the average American can't live without a fucking burger. The average American can't go without a day of eating food. They don't even know what the hell a fast is. Are you trying to tell a Jay guy here, I'm gonna fast? So like, not that you're gonna say you're gonna fast, but just in general, if you were to say that you're gonna fast before time of doing it, hey, they look at you like some kind of maniac. All right, because they consider it and associate it with as a punishment. Like back in the ancient world. Hey man, not eating for one day, a fast for the Lord as well. That's actually pretty good for your body. It helps optimize, your system. It cleanses out toxins, other stuff. You could do the research on it. But people can't live without McDonald's. All right, that drive through, you always see cars flowing in nonstop. And even now, people, you got the labor shortage. You still got people out there trying to buy stuff from McDonald's, from Mickey's over there. Hey, but many of them shall that dwell upon earth, as of like right now, they shall perish. What does the word perish mean? Die, come to an end. You guys are gonna die. All right, all that talk about the Lord loves everybody. Man, let's get the hell out of here, And the other that escaped the hunger shall the sword destroy. Hey man, you guys that ultimately, get that fixated mindset on survival of the fittest. Hey, you guys are gonna be the ones, avoiding that food. But either way, you guys are gonna end up getting killed by the sword, by another competitor. Hey, because very soon Jake is gonna be out for competition. Who's the mightiest of them on the city? And that's going to lead to having very few people left, especially few men, because the men are going to be the ones searching. All right, you always got in these movies, because that's what it is. A man's supposed to be depicted as a mighty one, and you got in these movies, where you got the man, looking for supplies, while the woman, stays in home, caring for the children, which is how it's supposed to be, proper order. But just like that, you're gonna have it here, and these men are literally gonna die by the sword. The word sword is ancient terminology for the gun. All right, Esdras wasn't gonna just tell you, oh, in the very future there's gonna be something called a gun, a projectile that shoots out metal balls. No, man, it's not gonna tell you that. But that's why you have to have the spirit to correlate it with these things. If a nigga, a wetback, a redskin can't get it, it's like if a rock freaking hit them, if it's like it messed it up right there. Nah, I forget it. I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot that saying, but hey, man, you guys can't get it, then you guys are ultimately done. All right, so the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, and verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And there's a time for the Lord's judgment right now. The Lord's about to do some serious killing. Or he done been doing some house cleansing in GMS. I'm not a part of GMS. I'm a follower of it. So we still gotta retain the orders that the other apostles gives us. Commands us. But the Lord's been doing some sifting, and not only that, but He's been doing some killing. He's been doing some killing, and it's only gonna get worse. You're gonna have mass death very soon. And it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be due to hunger as well. All right, and dying of hunger is a really, really, really painful way to go out. You might as well just die by a gunshot to the head. Blowing your brains out because it's that quicker and that's painful. But if you die by starvation, that's one hell of a trip right there. And you must have done something really messed up, for the Lord to punish you by way of that. You look in these documentaries over there in Africa, you see the little children, with that little belly right there. Hey, but, they ain't eating, but they get a belly, and their body's eating itself out. And the Lord is making this earth empty, making it waste by way of slaying these people. That labor shortage is going to get worse. You're going to have a lot of people dying as well. So no more workers, and once total lawlessness abides, not that this place is not already lawless, because this place is backwards to the bone, but it's gonna get worse, and it's all gonna lead up to that very point. People literally killing each other. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Hey, you guys are gonna have anything. Bread is already at a high demand. And bread right here in this case just talks about food in general. I ain't gonna say this and that, because we got all these orifices that people consume, or all that people can't live without lasagna or whatever. It's all going away. It's all going out the door. You have to learn how to suck it up, just like in the ancient world. And that's what's gonna cause these people to go wreak havoc. And you look at these movies, and they always show you the same thing. If people go without food, they go crazy. That's what's coming to America. Hey, because this ain't no typical movie that you see where everything just falls out like that. No, it's a buildup. It's all a buildup. The Lord's getting these people riled up by way of their mindset, stirring up their minds and having them go crazy just for this very moment. So Habakkuk the 2nd chapter, which I'm gonna get out here. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And so these prophecies are bound to pass either way. All right, so you can keep on thinking. If you hate to believe it, you can. If you keep on denying it, you could keep on thinking that we're gonna go back to normal. We ain't going back to normal. All right, there's even a scripture for that. All right, so anyways, with that being said, I hope this video was edifying. Lord, we continue to push. First and foremost, I will take all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harachak Wadash, the bonus of the apostles, nailed as a great millstone who ruled well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings been to you. Hopefully, let out there pushing out this word with all truth and sincerity. Shalom.